There's a reason tourists describe Tokyo as weirdly easy to get around, despite being one of the most complex cities on Earth. It's not luck, and it's not just good signage. The whole city operates like someone went through every moment where a person has to stop and figure something out, and then built a physical system to eliminate that pause entirely. This video breaks down 12 of those systems, and the logic behind each one is so clean that you'll probably finish watching and immediately start looking at your own environment differently. Number 1. Plastic food displays outside restaurants. Most restaurants make you decide blind. You walk in, sit down, get handed a menu full of text descriptions, and then spend the next few minutes trying to imagine what the food actually looks like before committing to it. Outside restaurants in Tokyo, you'll find sampuru, which are plastic food displays that sit in a glass case right at the entrance. Every dish on the menu gets a physical model built at exact scale, showing the real portion size and color, with the price sitting right below it. Your brain processes all of that while you're still on the sidewalk with zero pressure on you. Number 2. Color-coded train lines and transit maps. Tokyo's train network has more lines than most cities have bus stops, and yet tourists consistently report figuring it out within a day. The reason is almost entirely visual. Every line has a dedicated color and a letter number station code. The Ginza line is orange, the Marunouchi line is red, and that color doesn't just appear on the map. It's on the platform signs, the floor markings, and the train itself. So your brain learns one association and it works everywhere at once. The station codes do something else entirely. If you're at G04 and you need G09, you know exactly how many stops away you are without reading a single word of Japanese. Pattern recognition replaces reading, and reading takes real mental effort that pattern recognition just doesn't. Number 3. Suica and Pasmo IC cards that eliminate ticket choices. Buying a train ticket normally means finding the fare map, locating your destination, reading the price, walking to a machine, selecting the amount, inserting money, and waiting for change. That's somewhere between 6 and 10 small decisions every single trip, before you've even touched a platform. Suica and Pasmo IC cards cut all of that down to one tap. You load money onto the card once, and every journey after that is just tap in, tap out. The machine calculates the fare and deducts it automatically. Number 4. Convenience stores with predictable layouts nationwide. There are roughly 55,000 convenience stores in Japan, and they all follow the same internal layout. Drinks at the back, hot food near the register, onigiri and sandwiches in the same refrigerated section in roughly the same spot every time. Once you've been in one, you already know where everything is in all of them. In most cities, every store has its own layout, so every trip starts with a quick scan of the whole space just to build a mental map before you can actually shop. That burns real cognitive resources, and it happens every single time. Japanese convenience store chains treat layout as infrastructure, not branding. Your brain doesn't rebuild the map on each visit. It just runs the one it already has. Number 5. Restaurant ticket vending machines with visual menus. Ordering food from a person involves a social transaction on top of a commercial one. You have to communicate clearly, handle any language barrier, respond to upsell questions, and manage the quiet pressure of not taking too long while people wait behind you. Shokinki are restaurant ticket vending machines that remove all of that. You press a button next to a photo of the dish, pay the machine, collect a printed ticket, and hand it to the kitchen. Every item shows a photo with the price directly below it, so you're looking at the actual plate and deciding yes or no. The machine doesn't require you to perform social competence. It just requires you to press what you want, which is a much lower bar on a tired night. Number 6. Vending machines that simplify drink selection by category. Japan has roughly one vending machine for every 23 people, and the machines aren't just everywhere. They're organized in a way that makes the whole transaction take about 10 seconds. Each machine sorts drinks by temperature first, with a red indicator for hot and blue for cold, then groups by type within those categories. So instead of scanning 30 options flat, your brain runs through temperature, then category, then specific drink. The machines also tend to sit at transit exits, near station staircases, and at the end of long walking corridors, so they show up exactly where you'd want one without you having to look. Number 7, parcel redelivery scheduling with preset time windows. Missing a package delivery in most countries starts a whole loop. You call a number, navigate a phone menu, explain your schedule, wait for confirmation, and then hope the timing works out. Japan replaced that entire process with a slip of paper. The driver leaves a redelivery notice with a small set of preset time windows printed on it: morning, afternoon, evening, and a few specific 2-hour slots. You circle one and leave it out, or enter the code online, and the package arrives in that window. The preset windows matter because they don't ask you to name a time. Generating a free-form answer takes more mental effort than picking from a short fixed list. And 2 hours is narrow enough to actually plan around. Number 8, train platform queue markings that remove boarding uncertainty. Getting on a crowded train without knowing where the doors will stop means everyone on the platform is doing the same rough calculation, drifting toward the center, shuffling when the train pulls in, and doing a quiet, low-grade negotiation about who's closest to the door. Tokyo platforms paint queue markers directly onto the floor showing exactly where each door stops, with lines on either side so boarding passengers stay out of the way while exiting passengers come through the middle. Nobody has to figure it out. The floor already did. Number 9, clearly labeled trash sorting systems. Japan's trash sorting system has more categories than most countries use. Burnable waste, non-burnable waste, plastics, glass, and cans at minimum. And each bin carries both a text label and an icon so you can sort correctly without being able to read Japanese at all. The consistency is what makes it work. Because the categories are the same everywhere, you only have to learn the system once, and after that it's just a pattern match. You look at the item, look at the bins, and match. There's no real decision happening. Number 10, convenience store bill payment and service counters. Paying a utility bill, picking up a concert ticket, and shipping a parcel are 3 separate trips in most countries, each with its own location, its own hours, and its own interface to figure out. At a Japanese convenience store counter, all of those happen in one place. You bring a printed barcode, the cashier scans it, or you tap through a kiosk, you confirm the amount, pay, and get a receipt. The process runs the same way whether you're paying an electricity bill or submitting a government form. That means you only learn one interaction pattern and it covers everything. The store's already open at midnight, so there's no planning around anyone else's schedule either. Number 11, standardized customer service procedures across businesses. Walk into almost any business in Japan, and the staff are already greeting you before the door closes behind you. That's not just politeness. It's a scripted protocol, and it runs the same way in every store every time. Japanese customer service follows standardized verbal scripts that cover the greeting, how to present items, how to handle payment, how to wrap a purchase, and how to say goodbye. Because you've heard the sequence before, you don't have to monitor the conversation for unexpected turns or prepare for questions you haven't anticipated. You just participate. Number 12, compact neighborhood design where daily necessities are close by. Tokyo doesn't really function like a single city. It runs more like a network of small towns stacked together, where each neighborhood has its own grocery store, pharmacy, post office, and restaurants sitting within a few minutes of the residential blocks. Japanese urban planning deliberately distributes daily necessities at neighborhood scale rather than pulling them into distant commercial zones. So when your pharmacy is 2 minutes away, you don't batch it into a dedicated errand trip. You just go. That means you're never carrying a long mental list of deferred tasks because the physical layout won't let that list build up. Your brain's planning region burns through resources when it has to coordinate complex multi-stop logistics. Compact neighborhoods remove that load before it even starts. None of these 12 systems ask you to try harder. They change the environment so the easiest action and the right action are the same thing, and your brain never has to resolve that gap.